Para que me crea la pata y que algo pesqué. Está bueno que me tuvo.
See that?
Oh
its
yes,
eyes shining
let's
out
zoom
at
in
us?
on the evil hagfish.
Evil creature.
Go zoom. Oh, I don't know if I want to go in that far.
It's tying into a knot.
Great shot.
Yeah, the skin on it is really kind of
So gross.
Oh wow, so it's
They-
not eyes,
We
it's kind
brought
of
them up in
just...
bait traps, and they were kind of like crawling out of it
Yeah.
on the front porch of Herc.
We tried to get them with bait traps a few years ago with ONC, and they, I don't know if they changed the bait trap, but they kept getting out at the time.
Yeah, they've been working on those bait traps. They're trying to get crabs, and they haven't been successful, really.
We're getting some glimpses of its mouth.
Yeah, how great. And I think you can...
Yeah, wonderful. This is excellent.
Yeah, I remember someone saying, oh, they don't have eyes, and every time we've passed them, I've thought that those spots were its eyes, but it's obviously it's not. It just appears to be.
Oh.
Looks like it's going for the knot.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. Wow.
Oh, that's so great.
What a terrible thing.
Okay, guys, what's the plan?
All right, what do you guys want to do?
Yep.
I want to look at this hagfish for more.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Can I zoom out now?
All right, full wide.
Hagfish are notorious for producing this nasty mucus, and the pore counts give you some indication of which species it is, as well as looking at the tooth whorls and looking at how these anterior teeth are fused in the mouth. Gives you an idea which species they are. So this one had 90 pores, 90 mucus pores, and so that tells us this is Eptitretus springeri. And so this girl is 61 centimeters long. This is a big female here. So we took a measurement, we measured her, we're gonna weigh her. Go with 455 grams. Then we're going to take a tissue sample for genetic analysis. So we'll take a section of the skin. The skin, by the way, if anybody's ever had eelskin wallets or eelskin boots, it's made out of the skin of this hagfish. It's not actually an eel at all. Then we'll take a muscle sample for both stable isotope analysis as well as for toxicology work. Let's look for exposure to PCBs and other toxins. These guys live on the bottom and are scavengers as well as predators, but they're the ones you would expect to start getting the where a lot of the PCBs and things might show up. Those are eggs coming out, so we'll look at the reproductive tract in a second here. So you can see all the slime, which is what hagfish are notorious for. Then we'll collect some liver and bile. You see they've got a large gallbladder, so it's pretty easy to collect bile from these guys. So that's a liver sample for the PAH toxicology work we're doing. And we'll take another bigger liver sample for other toxicology work. So these guys are hermaphrodites, but really little is known about the reproductive biology of these guys. It's one of the holy grails of ichthyology, is trying to figure out exactly how their reproductive cycle works. But this one obviously is functional as a female for sure. These are huge eggs. They actually get even bigger than this. You can see on the outside here, all of these little white structures, those are the inside of those mucus pores I was counting. And so that's where all this mucus comes from, which is what hagfish are notorious for. And so these are large ova. We'll measure, get an estimate of the size of these ova, but they go from little round spherical bodies to what looks like rice grains, up to, and then get progressively larger, and they'll even get bigger than this and start turning and start looking like a gherkin pickle. So ova, about 41.5 millimeters for the largest eggs. Yeah. See how they get segmented on the end? Start dividing on the ends of them.
Was that where cell divisions get that?
Yeah, and it's on both ends. They start dividing on both ends. So there are 24 large ova. It's believed that they have demersal eggs, that they lay the eggs on the bottom. But as far as I know, that hasn't been confirmed. That's the theory, at least. So I'm going to remove the whole reproductive tract, but what we don't understand yet is exactly how the male reproductive structures work in these. I think that it is partially embedded in the roof of the peritoneal cavity up here along well, what we would consider a vertebral column if they actually had a vertebral column along the notochord. I'm going to take that so we can do histological sections, and then I'll also take all the ovarian tissue, all of the eggs. They have a really simple pre-vertebrate, really. It's not even really a vertebrate, and but it is a chordate. It does have a notochord and everything. Sister group to all the typical vertebrates. So yeah, their nervous system will keep going long after they're dead. So there's the whole reproductive tract. We'll preserve that in formalin. These guys are mostly scavengers, but they do also eat. They also are predators. That's only relatively recently been discovered. You can see its long stomach with all these rugae in the stomach lining for digestion and absorption space. It's pretty nasty. So that's it, right? For that guy.